Damon Khan here for Seconds Out with rising talent Xander Zayas ahead of his next test on the 8th of June. Xander, great to see you. How you doing?
How are you, brother? I'm doing amazing. I'm in a happy place. Just got done finishing sparring. Now I'm here with you, and I'm excited for June 8th.
Who are you sparring ahead of this fight?
I'm sparring one of my Puerto Rican brothers, Brian Polaco. He's a southpaw. He went to the World Amateur Boxing. He went to the Pan Am. He's been around. He's been international. Now he's a professional. He's I think 5-0, 6-0. And then I'm having another kid from down here from South Florida. He's Armenian, I believe. That is also, giving me that look of Patrick Texeira.
Yeah, do you feel it's key to, specifically for this fight, as the risk gets greater, to get sparring that's sort of like your opponent?
Oh, yes, for sure. I feel like that's key. Finding somebody that at least imitates some of the things that your opponent does. And that's why we brought those two guys, because they imitate them pretty well. Obviously, they give me that southpaw look. So I feel like those guys were the right guys for this fight.
On the flip side, for Patrick Texeira, do you feel he might find it hard to find a fighter to imitate your style?
Oh, for sure, he'll find it hard. Everybody finds it hard. It's a whole different story. You could watch it on video. You could study. You could do films all you want. It's a whole different story when you have me in front of you. Hunting for you. I'm hunting for every little part of you. Your body, your head, your shoulders, anything. I'm just hitting whatever I can hit. So I feel like he's gonna find it hard. Obviously, I won the best version of him. I won the 2019 version of Patrick Texeira. But he's gonna get the 2021 version, and I'm sorry, the 2024 version.
It feels like, for me, looking at your career and following it, this is the point of no return for you. You've had the breakout fights, you've had the showcase fights, you've had the tests in between, but this is the one where, look, if you're not ready for it, we'll find out here. Do you feel the same way?
For sure. I feel like every fight in my career is swim or sink. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You gotta go out there and perform. And this is no exception. My first former world champion in Patrick Texeira, somebody with a lot of experience. It always comes down to swim or sink, but I'm a good swimmer, so I'll leave you with that one.
It's a good line indeed, Xander. Yeah, so how much of that Texeira tape, and how much are you watching of his previous fights heading into this one?
Man, to be honest, I'm not a guy that is gonna sit here and watch films and films. I probably watch maybe 1 or 2 videos, and then I just let the team work their magic. I just listen, I follow the instructions, and we'll break it down little by little. But I've watched some fights. I've watched obviously when he beat Caballo Bronco, because I was there actually live watching it. But also I've been seeing it on video. And when he fought Castaño, I think those fights were very important in his career. And obviously one he won, the other one he lost. But you always find different things in different fights.
So what do you feel is the difference in levels between you two?
I feel like my aggressiveness, my punching selection, my ring IQ, my speed, my power is gonna, it's just better than him. I feel like, obviously, again, I want the best version of him. I want him to come ready, prepared to go to war, because I'm ready to go 10 rounds if I need to. But I'm also ready to knock him out if I have the opportunity to.
Something that's very interesting about your repertoire of skills is that you like chopping down to the body to set up the finishes eventually. That's one of the things that hardcore boxing fans like to see in fighters like yourself. Why is that so key to you, and why do you want to do that to get those finishes?
Man, to the head, a lot of people take punches to the head all day long. They can cover to the head and not feel it. But once you hit that body, even if your elbow is there, your elbow is going to sink into you. That's going to take some energy off of you. And that drowns you at the end of the day. That drowns you, because you go into round 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't have the same energy that you have in round 1 through 3, So I feel like going to the body is key for me, because he slows guys down for sure.
Do you feel that we've seen the best of you in the ring yet?
No, not at all. I feel like you guys have had the chance to see some glimpse of what I can do, but I don't think I'm in my prime yet.
Xander, just get your thoughts on a couple of other things. First of all, keeping in the division that you're in, there's a big win that happened recently, Fandora over Zoo. What did you think of that one?
Man, that was a huge fight. That was a big fight. Fire with fire. Both guys were standing there. Obviously, I feel like the cut to Tim affected the fight somehow. He couldn't see. He couldn't. He lost his rhythm. But no excuses. Fundora found a way. He went back to his jab, to his distance, and he outboxes the night out. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Making the adjustments, and he made it that night.
Who do you think would win a rematch?
Well, it depends. It depends if it's another cut like that, maybe from Dora, because he covered his vision. But if Tim Tszyu can get into his rhythm and find his rhythm early, like he was doing in the first 2 rounds, I feel like it could be a hard night for Fundora.
Terence Crawford is entering the division. Is this a bad timing for you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't know why. Like a lot of people have been asking me that. But at the end of the day, he's a man just like I am. He breathes oxygen just like I breathe oxygen. We're equal. It comes down to getting in there. There's no bad timing. I'm gonna get my opportunity. I know I will take advantage of it, and I will become a world champion.
You like that fight with Madrimov?
I do like the fight with Madrimov. I feel like it's a good fight. Two fighters that like to use angles. Two fighters that throw punches. Two fighters that like to work in the inside and the outside. So I feel like it's a really, really competitive fight.
Is he, when you look at Crawford's frame, do you think his frame's adept for super welterweight, or do you think this might be the cap off for how big he is?
Man, he's around like 5'8", 5'9". I've been around him again. Good friend of mine. I've talked to him. We have the same nutritionist together, so I spent some time with him. He's a pretty big guy for a 5'9" guy. So maybe 154, 160 could be the cap weights, but I don't think heavier than that.
Do you think he beats Madrimov?
I do. I do believe he could beat Madrimov. But I feel like it's going to be a competitive fight for sure.
The other fight as well that's been announced on that card is you versus Ortiz Jr. Who do you favor on that one?
Oh, that's a hard fight. That's a good one. I don't know who to pick, to be honest. I like both fighters. They're both strong power punchers. So it's gonna come down to, again, making the adjustments. So I wouldn't pick nobody on that one.
Are you watching much of the? You can, as I like to mention when these interviews happen, I'm here over in the UK. I wonder if you're watching any of the UK fighters in the division.
Yes. Josh Kelly is the first one that comes to mind. He's the number 3 or number 2 guy now in the WBO. I'm the number 4 guy. And it's interesting because it's a fight that I would like to make happen after Patrick Texeira. Obviously, I come out victorious. It's a fight that I would like to happen maybe for August, September, or maybe even December if he wants to.
Would you fight in the UK?
I'll fight anywhere, brother. I'll fight in his backyard if I need to.
Xander, I'll leave the final word with you. What happens in your fight with Patrick Texeira?
Man, I'm gonna get a victory. I'm gonna enjoy my night. I'm gonna have some fun in there. I'm gonna show the world why I'm in a different level and why Xander Zayas is gonna become a world champion pretty soon.
Xander, looking forward to it.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one.
You too. Have a good one as well.